Live League Game of the Day, featuring Talk Guy as Sammy versus JMUNZZZ as Andy.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Sammy Original Guy here, aka Mr. Cannon from AWBW, bringing you another Live League Game of the Day. Today, folks, we have ourselves a match on from Wharfs to Wilds. This is a baseline matchup with airport, port, and comm tower support. We got JMUNZZZ and talkguy as our players today, playing as Andy and Sammy. Now, this is a standard matchup here. And oh boy, it's a doozy, folks. As we can see here, both players are rated around the 700 region, so we're not going to be seeing any super high level gameplay here today, but this is definitely an interesting matchup, folks, and I believe that it is worth it to stick around and see what happens. Now, this one was slapped on my lap the other day, and yeah, it's a doozy. So sit back and enjoy this one, folks, because it is going to be fun. Now, from Wharfs to Wilds, this is a baseline matchup, so we only have two bases to play around with here, folks, and there's a lot of map to cover on this one. Now, when we think of Wharf to Wilds, there's really only like maybe two, maybe three things that you can possibly do to start out this map, folks. Some people will immediately go for the center and try to grab these properties. Now, if you rush the center, there is the possibility of grabbing 3 out of 4 of these properties here. That is definitely a possibility, but if you do that, you do sort of forego the sides a little bit. Now, another thing that you could do is you could immediately go over the side, move over here, and start capturing these properties and start putting threat down here, when you would be able to reinforce that with an airport going either down here or down here too. Now, from this base over here, what I see a lot of people like to do is they like to automatically skip and go and grab this city right here, which is very good. It's very advisable to possibly do that because this is a contested property. It can fall to the enemy very, very easily. So by skipping over here and grabbing that property first, it can be pretty good, folks. It can be pretty good, but alternatively, you can also go over here and grab this property and then put threat on this property also. But aside from that, folks, you know, this base is required to send an infantry all the way down here and go for this sort of capture chain as well. But it's also required to send units into the center, and it's required to send units down here. And everything depends on what your opponent does. I'm going to tell you that much, folks. That is what we were dealing with. Wharf the Wilds. It's one of those very interesting maps where sometimes you see very similar play, but sometimes you get thrown these wild curveballs. And I'm all for it, folks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what went down in the Live League today. On the first few days, folks, you all know the deal. It's the standard infantry builds. Because you got to get the infantry on the field, folks. It's the #1 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. #2 priority, folks. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for all that hot Live League action. And if you want to support the channel further, you could consider becoming a member. Or just continue to watch and like and subscribe. Because it does help. And it's a wonderful thing, folks. Alrighty, folks. So we got ourselves some moves. Got ourselves some moves already, folks, as we can see here. JMUNZZZ is going for the backline. He's going for the backline right away, folks. Not something you see too often, but you know what? It's not necessary. It is what it is, folks. It is what it is. We're going for the backline. We're going to get those caps. JMUNZZZ, he's going for the airport, folks. He's going for that airport. He's got the airport right now. It is being acquired. talkguy, he's getting that airport too. Looking awfully fancy over there, folks, as we got the monkeys versus the slimes. Now, I did just realize that both of these guys are facing the same way, so we're going to do that, so they're facing a different way. Be semi-original, guys. That's what it's all about. Alright, got a recon on the field. You know what? I can see recons being somewhat okay. You know, they're not really too bad, but when you're fighting Sammy, the main thing that a recon is going to be able to do is a recon is going to be able to interrupt infantry. Now, when you're fighting Sammy, well, that's just not going to happen, folks, because Sammy's going to get those captures no matter what. So, yeah, it's an interesting play, interesting choice. But we got 2 recons on the field here. Talkguy's got the transport copter on the field. Very interesting. So he's going for a full infantry supported push, and that's neat. That's neat. I don't really see that too often. We got 3 recons. Oh my god, Andy, the lord of the recons over there. It's got 3 recons on the field, and Talkguy is going for that 3rd property right now, and this is actually guaranteed 3rd property, I believe. Yeah, because there's only 1 recon. Oh, that's actually in position to interrupt. All right. Here we go. Let's see what these recons decide to start doing, folks. This recon is going to get some value. He's going to stop the push in the corner, which is very nice. Attacks the infantry right there. So Talkguy is going to be able to get the city, but he's not going to be able to hold on to it long term, because that is definitely going to be falling to Andy. It's going to be falling to Andy here very soon, but temporarily Talkguy is going to be able to get that income. Two transport copters on the field. Like, 2 transport copters on the field. Oh, he doesn't drop the infantry off. Interesting. All right. Doesn't drop the infantry off, folks. And JMUNZZZ, he's got the artillery on the field right now. All right, so there we go. We got the capture. The capture's being acquired, and there we go. Andy, the cap master over here. But Talkguy, he's got the battlecopter on the field right now. Another recon, folks. 4 recons. I have never seen 4 recons be built on this map with no tank. This is neat. This is actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, folks. This is definitely piquing my interest over here. The transport copter once again does not actually drop off the infantry, which is very curious. Very curious. Normally, what you want to be doing when you get these transport copters is you want to be boosting infantry, putting them in critical positions, very vital positions, very helpful positions, and then sending the battlecopter or the transport copter backwards so that you can cap more stuff. Now, in the case of this right here, this guy, he could have been dropped off here and then started capping this next turn. And then if you wanted to load up this, well, I guess he couldn't be loaded up here, but yeah, I don't know. All right, cool. Let's see what happens. Another infantry is down. And we got an artillery on the field. We got the anti-air. 2 anti-airs on the field now. Because Talkguy has built 2 battlecopters. That's what it's all about, folks. Alright, we got a battlecopter attack on one of the recons right now. It takes it all the way down to 3. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. He's doing that damage. Now, because Sammy is Sammy, he is going to be able to acquire that city that he's capping right now. And, yeah. He's not going to be stopped. He's not going to be stopped by this infantry. It's not going to happen. And this push right here is very, very interesting, actually, because he's in position where he could potentially cap the port. And there's not actually a whole lot of stuff over here that can stop him. Now, the recon could potentially shift over here. Then that could maybe do some damage over here. But maybe battlecopter by next turn? I don't know. All right, double tanks. 2 tanks on the field. Alrighty. And now it is day 10, folks. Day 10, Andy, top of the board here. It's got 18 units, 45,500 value, 14 profits per turn, 15,800 funds, 1 comm tower. And a whole lot of hope, folks. A whole lot of hope. Now, Talkguy, 58,600 value, 15 properties, 600 funds in the bank. That's definitely going to be going up next turn, but 1 comm tower, folks. Now, goes for the interrupt, but because we're Sammy, it's not going to work. But it does do damage. Oh, and now JMUNZZZ, he's pushing up. He is pushing up, folks. He is pushing up. He's pushing. He's pushing. All right. This is a good push. I'm not going to lie, folks. I'm not going to sugarcoat or anything. This is a decent push. He's basically guaranteed to get this city right now. There's not really a whole lot that talkguy can do. Talkguy could potentially go in with the tank. You know, do a tank mech combination attack over here, causing this guy to go in here and get the interrupt. But he's going to get blasted by an artillery next turn in response. And then mech attack with the either infantry or recon there. So it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt if he goes up and does the interrupt here, folks. But, I mean, what other choice do we have? What other choice do we have? Now, the one thing right now is JMUNZZZ. He's pushed up really, really far. So this could potentially bite him. It could potentially bite him in the butt here, folks, because he's fighting into base range, and that's super dangerous. You don't really want to be fighting into base range, but if it happens, you know, it happens. But he doesn't have a lot of backup. That's the thing. He's going to be fighting tanks. So let's see what talkguy decides to do here. He goes for the capture, and then he goes for the attack. Beautiful. He's acquiring that port, folks. If he gets that port, well, that means he's got 2 ports. And that's very important. I'll tell you that much, folks. All right. Got an anti-air on the field. Another tank. Doesn't go for the interrupt. Like I said, which is fine. I mean, it's fine. You don't have to go for the interrupt. He goes for the safe hit, which is the recon, which is not bad. You know, this man's thinking. He's thinking ahead. And I like that. That's what it's all about. You know, you got to think ahead. Doesn't go for the interrupt because it's not going to work. So he goes for the most potential damage that he can do here, which is actually pretty good. You know, I don't disagree with that at all. Sometimes you got to go for those big hits. Now, okay, what did I just miss over here? I was looking at this battlecopter in the top corner. I just missed like half of the moves over here. So, okay, so he's going for the capture. And he's got, okay, yeah, that battlecopter, he can't go in. The battlecopter cannot go in right now. I mean, it could. The battlecopter could go in, but he's going to lose it. Which is not great. I mean, you don't want to lose the battlecopter. But you also don't want to lose the city. So, it's a double-edged sword over here, folks. Attacks the infantry once again, going for another capture. Brings the battlecopter all the way over here to attack an infantry so that he can double hit it. So he can get a hit, right? That's the plan. That's the plan. He's going for it. Look at this man. This man, he's unstoppable. He is unstoppable. Now I need to go backwards because I accidentally pressed the wrong button. But look at this. He's unstoppable. Absolute massacre. Boom. Took it out. Took it out. Now, like I said, he loses the city, but he damages the artillery. And the artillery is actually, in this case, I would say the artillery is probably more important than the city because that's like the main defense in the center. So by taking out the artillery, it allows you to actually attack the center and cause massive damage. Very nice. Very nice. I like it. I'm all for it, folks. Like 100% all for this right here. What I'm not all for is the fact that this guy's left in here. Now, it is covered by the anti-air. So if the copter goes down and attacks, it is going to be destroyed. So it's a 2-unit 6,000 trade for 9,000 if Andy decides to go in for that attack. Not saying he's going to or not, folks, but he might. You know, you never know. You never know what these people will do. These people are wild. Wild, folks. That's another property being captured. Double tank by this turn. Okay. I like how this copter's been in the corner just attacking this infantry non-stop. Hopefully talkguy realizes the danger that the copter is in right now and will actually attack from here instead of the position that he's in, because that's a dangerous position. We don't want to be attacking there. The other thing right now is like this recon can definitely get hit by the anti-air, but if it goes in for that attack, and he can't rush it over here, which is also a problem. So we'll see what he decides to do here. Goes in for the attack on the anti-air. Very nice. A cruiser. When was the last time you guys saw a cruiser on Wharfs to Wild? Personally, I don't think I've ever seen one. I don't think I've ever seen a cruiser on Wharfs to Wild. I'm not gonna lie to you folks. Maybe I have once upon a time, but that was probably a long time ago. Back when Sammy was full of young, youthful hope and energy. Now, I'm just filled with something else. Just something else. I don't know. I'm filled with something. All right, folks. That's an attack, but that's gonna get captured. This might not get captured, but it's looking pretty good. Cruiser is a very interesting pick. Very interesting pick for this corner. Probably wouldn't have chosen a cruiser personally, but that's what he did. All right. I'm all for it. I'm all for it, folks. I got pure faith in these guys, and I'm enjoying this game. This is a wonderful game so far. All right, day 13, Talk Guy, the legendary Talk Guy himself. Well, let's see what he decides to do here. Is there any potential attacks? I don't know. This is it's kind of a tricky situation because he can go for this cap here, but it's going to get interrupted. But if it gets interrupted, he could bring the tank down here and threaten a hit on the anti-air, which will allow him to start building battlecopters again. There is a double hit here, but I wouldn't go for the double hit there because this can shift over here like no problem. These don't really want to go over here now. Like, this corner is essentially lost because of this cruiser. Let's see. We'll go for the capture, folks. He's up to 20 properties right now. Sammy, 20 properties, 25,500 income in the bank. What is he going to do with so much money? What is he going to do with so much money? Is this guy going to... Okay, he's got 31 fuel left. All right. All right, we got 31 fuel left. Feeling good about that. Yeah, get the transport copter out of there. Got to keep it alive. He could build a bomber. Oh, wait, he can't. He can't anymore because he built 2 infantry. But he had so much more money. Where did the another cruiser? Got 2 cruisers on the field here, folks. What? Bizarre. Very bizarre stuff, folks. He could have bought a bomber. Bomber could have attacked the eastern front. Could have been pretty successful. Pretty successful in the attack as well. But he's gone for a cruiser, so interesting. I like it. I think more cruisers should be built in Advanced Wars by Web. Something you don't really see too much of, folks. All right, there we go. Got a tank hit. See, this right here, this is not a very good tank hit, though. I was all for, like, a lot of this stuff. But right here, this is a situation where you don't really want to attack. Now, the main reason why you don't want to attack is because Andy's super close to a co-power, or super co-power. So this is going to get healed up, and you're just going to lose the tank. So that's not really a great engagement at all. So we don't want to take those engagements, folks. Those aren't the kind of engagements we want to take. We want to take engagements where we can destroy things, and that's not it. That's not it, folks. We're not going to be destroying anything today. And even this attack right here, like if Andy gets his super co-power, he gets this capture anyways. So I mean, it's fine. It's fine because he has to get the super co-power in order to do it. But he's pretty close. Like, he's pretty close. Like, over here, like, there's some attacks that can happen. Like, he can, like, hit here. He can hit here. There's the tank hit. Like, there's things. There's things that can occur over here. So, all right, let's see the rest of this turn. 21 properties to 16 properties, though. a pretty dangerous spot to be in. Now, I think talkguy would probably be in a much better spot if he wasn't building cruisers. But I'm pretty all for it. Cruisers, you know, they're pretty classy units, so I'm okay with it. Oh, he left the talkguy, he left the copter hanging. That's unfortunate. We don't want to be leaving copters hanging. That's not what we want to be doing. Then we just lose copters. Very unfortunate. The other thing that's very unfortunate is losing that tank. So that's kind of unfortunate. But it is now day 15. JMUNZZZ, you know, he's got 27 units right now. He's got 95,300 value total, but only 16 properties in a comm tower. talkguy, he's got flipping 29,500 funds. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. What are we going to be doing with 29,500 funds? Well, we're going to be building a classic medium tank. Are we going to be building a bomber? Are we going to be building the soiled abomination? Are we going to be buying a mega tank? These are all things that could be potentially purchased. So let's see. Would you look at that, folks? We got ourselves a battleship. We got a battleship in the bottom corner of the map. Very interesting. Very interesting purchase down here. We got ourselves a little battleship. Can't move too far, but it can shoot pretty far. That's about it. Can't move far, but it can shoot. And maybe that's the goal, you know? Maybe that's the goal. We want to be shooting. Want to be shooting things, folks. And shooting things, you know, that's what battleships do best. But unfortunately, it's not really going to be able to shoot too many things right now. Although there are some infantry in position for it to hit. Alright, so that was the Super Co-Power from Andy. Not too shabby of a Super Co-Power, you know. Did get a little bit of a push here. But now we got the Victory March. And, I don't really think we're going to get a lot out of the Victory March. Because there's not really a whole lot for us to attack. Unfortunately. Now, I was thinking like maybe there was a play to go for the airport right now. But I'm pretty sure that if Sammy goes in for a sack hit right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't think it's going to result in the destruction of the infantry. So unfortunately, that's not a possibility. So this is not going to happen. But we can stop a capture. So that's pretty cool. And the mech is going to get some pretty significant value over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this guy is safe. He's not going to get hit. That's unfortunate. But let's see. So we get 1 property. 2. Okay, so we get 2 properties. Not... Alright, 2 properties. 2 properties. We got 2 properties. Yeah, alright. Alright. Mech gets that value. Infantry gets that big hit. Another big hit. Another infantry down. Another infantry down. Big mech hit right there. That guy's going to get healed up to 9 next turn, but that is going to cost some money. And JMUNZZZ, he's not going to have a whole lot of money, folks. Although he did save 14,000 funds last turn. So, that's okay. You know, that's okay. He's got 27,000 funds this turn, folks. This man is rolling in money. And he only gets 15,000 per turn. But somehow he's keeping that income high. So very nice. You love to see it, folks. talkguy, losing a few units here. Might be losing a property over on the eastern front. Very likely that that's going to happen. But he's also going to lose a copter next turn. And talkguy, he's got 30,000 income. Oh my god. Oh my god. So much money. 2 copters gone right there. Oh, locks the airport with the builds another battleship. Another battleship. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's amazing. It's honestly, it's a work of art. It's a work of art, folks. I love it. Absolutely based battleship buys. That's what it's all about. Now, I don't know. Maybe. You know, I don't know what he's going to be able to do here. He's got an anti-air. Oh wait, you know what? He could just buy a he could buy a fighter. You know what? Talk guy. He could buy a fighter next turn because he can attack the anti-air. Oh, but he might be dealing with a super cool power. Okay, I don't know. We'll see. JMUNZZZ, he runs away, but how much range do we have? Oh, he puts the tanks in the perfect position. Perfect position. What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do against that? Can't do much. All right. Do we one-shot this? I don't think we do. I don't think we one-shot the infantry. We one-shot the infantry. Oh my god. Massive. Actually, that's huge. That's big. That is big because you one-shot the infantry. You move this down one tile. Boom. He acquires an airport. You know what you do from that point once you get that airport? You spam bombers. Just bomber, 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 bomber. Every day. Every single day is bomber day, folks. That's what you got to be doing. I love it. Stealth fighters are banned. Bombers. That's what we need. All right. Not the big hit. No block. We got a block. All right, he's going for the capture. He's going for the capture, but he's not going for the block. That can be dangerous. Because if Andy gets that super, he's in position to interrupt this. And we don't want to be interrupted, folks. We don't. We really don't. It's not something that we really want to have happen. So, needed to block. Definitely needed to block. All right. Got the old double hit. Going for another capture. Going to be losing some of that income here, folks. It's day 19. Doesn't get the super, so he can't go in for the he can't go in for the interrupt because he doesn't have the ability to do so. Very interesting. All right. Okay. All right. JMUNZZZ, despite the fact that he's only at was at 15 properties, now it's 17. He's got 22 units, folks. But Talk Guy, he buys the classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web, folks. Classy medium tank. It's on the field. Unfortunately, it's being stared down by 2 artillery right now. So it gets away. Yeah, we gotta be getting away from that. We don't want to be facing that. Ah, he buys the Soiled Abomination. All right. All right. But he doesn't buy an anti-air. And the anti-air is what he really needs right now. He needs to buy the anti-air so that he can dislodge the battlecopter, because this anti-air is it's gonna be blown up. It's gonna explode. Hyper upgrade, folks. Hyper upgrade. So yeah, just like that, there's gonna be some income that is gonna be flipped here. Yeah, there it is. There's some income flipped right there. Doesn't go in with the anti-air though. I think this is a little bit of an issue. Now, is it like a huge issue? Maybe. Maybe. Because the anti-air, I'm pretty sure, should do quite a bit of damage, right? The anti-air is going to get the one-shot here. And then the tank can get the one-shot, or can get an attack over here. Right? So you could destroy this and destroy this. But maybe his goal is to make the anti-air less vulnerable. So let's see if that's actually what happens. So yeah. Puts the anti-air over here so it's not vulnerable. So if in the event that a air unit is purchased here, anti-air is safe. So that was the goal all along, folks. JMUNZZZ, he's got a plan. This man with a plan. Nothing to fear over here, folks. Nothing to fear. One thing that is to fear, though, is the fact that that base is completely exposed. And there's nothing on it. And there's an artillery right here. But the problem with this entire situation now is the artillery is exposed. So this can just go here. Another classy boy could come out of this position right here. Or even the dreaded Soiled Abomination, folks. That can also be purchased. And if it is, these guys have to run away. They can't stand. They can't stay. They can't stay here, folks. Builds the anti-air, builds the classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web. That's what it's all about, folks. That's what it's all about. It's about buying those classy medium tanks. And the Soiled Abomination, at least, is doing a very, very good thing, folks. is sitting pretty on the HQ. And that's what they got to do, folks. They got to sit pretty on the HQ. Tries to go for the big attack. Doesn't get the KO, but does a significant amount of damage. Takes the anti-air all the way down to 1. But he loses all those units. All those units are going to be destroyed now. Oh, and JMUNZZZ buys a rocket. Super cool. Don't base lock yourself. What are we doing? We're not supposed to base lock ourselves. We're supposed to move right here. We move right here and attack, then everything is okay. That's funny. All right. Well, we base lock ourselves. Sometimes, sometimes that's just what happens. Sometimes we base lock ourselves. We destroy a tank, 2 tanks. Move the battleship. Moving the battleship forward, folks. Could move it forward by 2 points, but we decided to move it forward by 1. But that's okay. That is okay, folks. All right, recon has been destroyed. Got a battlecopter on the field. All right, this is getting cool. This is getting cool, folks. It's day 22, so this game has gone on for quite a bit of time. talkguy, he's down to 1 minute and 4 seconds. He doesn't really have a whole lot of time left. JMUNZZZ, on the other hand, he's got 13 minutes and 33 seconds left on the clock. Like, he's feeling super confident with his time, but he's also on the clock right now, folks, because he needs to acquire at least 1 property in order to even this game out. Now, he is going to be able to do this. He's going to be able to do it because there's a property over on the Western Front right now with an infantry just thirsting for the chance to be able to cap it. So let's see that happen. That's definitely going to be happening right now. Got the Shoiled Abomination moving. There it is. We're going for the cap, folks. Now, what Sammy should really do in this position, all right? She doesn't have a whole lot of units, right? But what she has is a victory march. The victory march is what she has, and that is what needs to be held on to this entire game. You need to hold on to that victory march until there's an absolute guaranteed chance to flip some properties near the end of the game. That's what we need to do. All right, the battleship is on the move, folks. He's moved. He's moving. A second battleship. Oh my god. Oh my god, a second battleship. What? What is happening? What is happening here, folks? 2 battleships. Oh my god. And then JMUNZZZ, he's taken position into the center of the map here, folks. He's had enough. He's like, it's an even game, but I don't want to draw the game, folks. He wants to win. He wants to win the game. And you know what? Maybe he knows. Maybe he knows that the only way that he's going to be able to win this game is if he goes for an all-in maneuver right now, folks, and just makes a play. Maybe he just has to make a play. Now, the rocket's not a very good choice right now, folks. I don't agree with the rocket because rockets tend to get bullied over here on the Semi-Original Guy channel. So we're going to see if that trend continues. I'm pretty sure it's going to continue, folks. Now, the one main problem with the rocket is we're staring down a very large force. And the rocket needs to move and then attack. And it might not have time. It might not have time to do that, folks. That, oh my god, the enemy rocket. The enemy rocket. Look at this. Look at it. It's looking at the HQ right now, folks. It's got the rocket. It's got the Soiled Abomination right here. Like, rocket plus Soiled Abomination might be able to take this out. And that'd be scary. That would be a little bit scary. I'm not gonna lie to you, folks. This is getting kind of scary. This is also getting kind of scary because JMUNZZZ, he's got like this huge force over here, folks, but this James Bond guerrilla warfare man over here is just sneaking towards these properties. talkguy, he's gonna have to do something here. What's he gonna do? and moves the classiest unit. He pops the victory marcher. He caps a property. He caps a property. He's got 20 properties right now, folks. So he's in the lead. He is in the lead right now. Builds another classy medium tank. Now, look at this. He's got the battleship blocking the HQ. He's got the soiled abomination. He's got 2 medium tanks and a medium tank over here. And like this. What is that? It's so good. I love it. I love it. He's just got so many units. So many battleships. All right, there goes that. It looks like JMUNZZZ, he's shifting over. He's creating a big fat line over here, folks. He's got an infantry in position right now. Oh my god, he's got an infantry. He's got an infantry in position to cap the HQ. But talkguy's got 25,800 funds. One of the problems is if talkguy attacks, it's not going to be good for him. You know what he needs to do? He needs to get the funds for a flippin' gosh darn mega tank. We need some mega tank action up in here, folks. Building the bomber, that's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of bombers, folks. But I love mega tanks. Mega tanks are where it's at. And this bomber is in position to be hit by a super co-power right now if it occurs. So it could occur. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. It could occur. So that's gone. The flippin' soiled abomination. It's moving in. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's an attack. There's an attack. The rocket is in. The rocket is in position, folks. Now this isn't okay. So this looks bad. Oh my god. No. What happened? talkguy. Oh no, talkguy. He moved the medium tank over here when there was an infantry in position to capture a city. He needed that. He needed the medium tank over here. Day 26, folks. This is a very. This is one of those situations. This is one of the situations of all time right now. This is looking heavily dangerous. Heavily dangerous. Let's see what happens here. So it doesn't attack. Uses the classy boy to attack. Takes out the Neo. Takes out the other. Oh, oh my god. Just get the luck roll. Get the luck roll with the infantry. That Neo tank needs to go. He needs to go right now. Like, it's gotta go. Go in, infantry, mountain, attack, Neo. Gotta take it out. If that Neo tank is not taken out right now, this could be really bad. Really bad. It could be really bad regardless, but it could be really bad. I don't know. My nose is super itchy, folks. He doesn't go in for the attack. He runs out of time. He runs out of flipping time, folks. talkguy, he's got no time. He's got no time. He's got money. He could have bought something, but he's got no time. He's got no time to buy anything, folks. Oh my god, and the Neo tank survives. No, the classy boy is taken out. The bomber is taken out. The tanks move in. Oh my god, and the rest of the guys move all of a sudden. Absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. It's day 20. Okay, wait. Hold up. Hold on. Hold the flipping phone. Folks, there's a capture. There's a capture. There's three caps. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 caps. 3 flipping caps. talkguy, he's got 3 captures available to him right now. Is he going to go for all 3? He's going to go for all 3 of them. He's going to get 1, 2. Then he's going to get 3. Oh my god, he gets 3. He gets 3. He's at 22,000 income right now, folks. 22,000 income. All he's got to do, he's just got to hold on. He's got to hold on. You got to hold on. If you believe in love. Should have bought a bomber. Needs another bomber on the field right now, folks. That's what we need. We need a bomber. Got to get a bomber on the field. That HQ, definitely under threat. Under threat. Need a bomber. Neo tank. Soiled abomination. Shouldn't have built soiled abomination. Need to build other things. Need other things, folks. talkguy, what's going on? JMUNZZZ. All right, we ran out of time again, folks. We were unable to do anything. Okay. Anti-air gets the KO on the bomber. Unfortunate. That's also unfortunate. All this Neo tank, he's taking so much damage. Ah! He took so much damage. Oh my god. There goes the Neo. That HQ. That HQ. It's being capped. It's being capped, folks. It is being capped. Oh, and talkguy resigns. He resigns right there, folks. This is... Okay, this right here. This right here. What a game between these guys, though. Honestly, that was a flipping crazy game. Crazy game. He could have got the interrupt. He could have got the interrupt, folks. Oh, wait. He doesn't have a super. He could have got the interrupt. What? No. He could have got the interrupt. Oh, wait. No. Hold on. Maybe he could have got a power. Oh, he probably wouldn't have got a power because there's like absolutely no units over here. How much does he have? He wouldn't have got a power. This would have been taken down to 2. Even if he joined capped. Okay, so it would have been down to 6 on day 29. Attack again. Down to 2. I don't know. It could have, maybe it could have held. Maybe it could have held. Maybe not. But it could have. You never know, folks. What a game, though. What a game. Crazy game. Not something you see every day, folks. But I just wanted to share that because I thought it was cool. But, as I say, be kind, folks. Take care of yourselves. And bye-bye for now.